So I'll start now. Hello, everybody. I hope you are hearing me well. I'm very happy to give you this short presentation about the use of pea protein in winemaking. My name is Laura Goulevent. I am a winemaker and part of the Booker Vaseline North America technical team. As you probably know, BVNA proposes several machines such as press, steamer, sorting setups, but also coastal bottling lines, cazo pumps, alien sorting machines, and Lamotte ABA winemaking products. I'm very excited to talk about Lamotte ABA as I was a product manager for this company before. So Lamotte ABA is a 140 years old French company focused on precision winemaking and proposing the most natural products possible, especially based on plants or microorganisms. So I'm here today because today is a big news, as we are very pleased to share with you that pea protein fining agent has been authorized by the TTB under 24/250, which is for domestic wine production without regulation. So the purpose of this talk is to get you more familiar with the use of pea protein for wine fining. Before we go deeper into the pea protein characteristic, I'd like to introduce why it's interesting to use a fining agent in general in some cases of winemaking. Fining can be described as the addition of proteins to a more or less cloudy or a more or less stable wine that flocculates and settles the colloidal suspensions. So the objectives of fining agents is first to clarify a wine, to stabilize it, and also enhance the organoleptic characteristics and increase, it can also, increase the filterability, but while still respecting the aromatic and tasting qualities of the wine. We can use a fining agent before or during fermentation, alcoholic fermentation, or after. Even before, just before bottling, we can actually use a fining agent. During the winemaking, we will use different type of fining agents, but the ones that are generally used in winemakings are the gelatin. So gelatin is commonly used to clarify reds and rosé wines. Yeast extract, isinglass. Isinglass is known for adding brightness to whites and rosé wines. Casein, potassium casein, egg whites. But those protein fining agents are unfortunately not vegan, because they are all animal-based. So one of the good reasons to use pea protein is because it is only plant-based. So now let me tell you why we're excited, because pea protein is now TTB approved. So pea protein fining agent is vegan. It's only proteins extracted from the pea. It's non-GMO. It's also a very good alternative to gelatin and casein for its effect on the wine and musts. It is allergen-free, and it's also a high-quality sourcing. Indeed, Lamotte ABA has been offering pea protein products for almost 10 years. So we now have complete expertise in the selection of these raw materials. So to let you know, like grapes, the characteristics and quality of pea proteins vary every year, especially because it depends on climatic conditions, for example. So Lamotte ABA bases its selection on very precise criteria in 3 steps, actually, to offer one of the best finding agents on the market. So the first step is laboratory tests. So to verify the physicochemical properties, such as zeta potential, total nitrogen, etc., as well as microbial analysis, and also to verify that there are no chemical residues. Secondly, we base the selection on internal quality criteria, such as solubility, appearance, molecular weight of the pea proteins, and coagulation properties. And then finally, we test the technical properties of the pea protein applied in winemaking, so in the field. So we look for the best technical properties, so a good impact on clarification, polyphenols removal, such as protecting the color, protecting against oxidation, and protein stability. So after those 3 steps of quality criteria, we are able to validate or invalidate this candidate raw material and then to select it for our products. So Lamotte ABA products are a big range. So pea proteins finding agents are a big range for Lamotte ABA, but we decided to select only 2 key products. So the first one is called Greenfine Must. It's actually our bestseller in Europe, as it is our pure pea protein. So it will depend on the type of wine you are working on, but we recommend a dose of 20 to 80 grams per hectoliters. So Greenfine is the best alternative to casein and PVPP, as it can be used on must, because it has a very interesting clarifying power, and it ensures also a good settling of the lees. It also helps to remove phenolic compounds and protect the aromatic compound. And also on wines, it can also be used to correct color and oxidation, but also if you want to remove any phenolic compounds or green characters, or also we have if you have some issues with bitterness or astringency, that's a great tool. So Greenfine Must, this 100% pea protein, it limits the oxidative evolution of color, thanks to the reduction of oxidizable polyphenols, and corrects astringency to obtain more harmonious wines. And the other product we selected is Greenfine Express. It's a mix between pea protein, ketones glucan, PVPP, and bentonite. So it's a product that have been developed for more impactful findings. So we use it for pressed wines, wines or must oxidized or high polyphenolic concentration. So this combination, this mix, gives a complete activity for the removal of polyphenolic compounds. And for example, it can be used as a tool to decrease off flavors such as green notes, moldy notes, or also Greenfine Express is the best to compact the lees. So by settling the wine at its best, you're gonna increase your volume of wine, which is great. So we have set up all kinds of trials in partnership with different wineries in Europe and especially in Provence. So here are a few trials we set up. So on this graph, you can see a comparison on Grenache must. It was in Provence. So we used 60 grams per hectoliters of green fine must and green fine express, and we can see that both of the products can decrease the turbidity and then clarify the wines. We also can see on those pictures how good they were on the colors, so it removes all the yellow brownish shades, so oxidation shades on the free range juices. So the fining agent has been added just before the pressing in the tank. So you can see on the picture the different levels of colors. This second trial has been done on a Sauvignon Blanc to protect the aromas. Here are the thiols. So thanks to green fine must, it eliminated the oxidizable compounds that are likely to trap aromas, and it permits to protect the must to ensure a very aromatic wine at the end of fermentation. So this trial, this thiol concentration has been tasted after bottling. So compared to the control, we can see that we have a lot more thiols, so aromatic expression, especially on Sauvignon Blanc, is very important. Same kind of trial, but on Grenache Rosé from Provence, we measured the esters concentration, and green fine express permits to protect those aromatic compounds, which is great. And if we compare the tasting between a wine that has been fined with pure PVPP or green fine express, we can see that the one that has been that is more balanced in terms of persistence, volume, sharpness, and has no oxidation is the one that has been fined with green fine express. So to sum up, Pea protein is one of the best fining agents to clarify quickly, to prevent and treat phenolic imbalance and oxidation, but also it's very good on reducing astringency and off flavors in wines. You can also use this kind of fining agents on pressed wines, but also on oxidation, if you want to oxidize your musts before fermentation, or on wines if you want to correct the color or to clarify a little bit before bottling. So we are very happy that it's finally approved in the US, as it's very used in Europe. We know well how it's working here. So it's great. And to let you know, we offer the green fine must in 1 kilogram package. So it's quite easy for trials, and 15 kilograms. And for the green fine express, it's also available in 1 kilograms packages and 10 kilograms packs. So